Hello everyone, my name is Harsh and I welcome you all to this webinar, Know Your Institute MBA IIT Kanpur. We will discuss about the MBA program of IIT Kanpur, the admission process, address the frequently asked questions and live queries. We are doing this webinar in association with Expert Edge. The MBA program at IIT Kanpur, which is considered among the top 20 management programs in the nation, was established in 2001 in response to the expanding demand for managers with a solid technological foundation. The curriculum is designed to emphasize decision making, problem solving, and communication abilities. It gives students access to a large network of illustrious alumni and industry leaders, which is beneficial for networking and professional growth. The program includes a unique capstone project in the second year where students work on live projects with industry as a part of the curriculum and real world business problems. Now, I would request the panel, Ayushi, Vani, and Abhishek to introduce themselves.
Hi everyone. My name is Abhishek Singh, and I'm a native of Muzaffarpur, Bihar. I have completed my graduation in mechanical engineering from National Institute of Technology, Silchar. I have 24 months of work experience in Vedanta Resources and ZS Associate in the domain of manufacturing and consulting. Currently, I'm enrolled as a first-year student in the MBA department here at IIT Kanpur. I'm also the placement member of the placement committee. So I'm really excited to be here and answer all the questions as they come up. So that's about it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ayushi Panchal, and I am a native of Panipat in Haryana. Currently, I'm enrolled in my first year of MBA program at IIT Kanpur, and I'm also a coordinator of the Alumni and Corporate Relations Committee here at the MBA department. Prior to joining the MBA program here, I graduated in 2020 as a computer science engineer from Chandigarh University. And after that, I have an 18-month experience in VMware Bangalore. And I've been on the campus for last 6-7 months and just started with my second semester over here. And my interests lie in marketing and HR. And I'm really excited to be here today and answer any question that comes up.
Hi everyone, this is Vani Gupta and I'm a second year MBA student here. I have graduated from VIT University in 2020 and after that I've worked for 7 months in the Reliance Industries in the phones and devices division. Here at IIT Kanpur, I hold a keen interest in the domain of analytics and I am happy to be a part of this session and answer all your questions.
So my name is Harsh, and I have done my BTech in mechanical engineering from NIT Agartala. Post that, I have worked for nearly 2 years in L&T Heavy Engineering, and I was in the manufacturing domain. And after that, I joined MBA program at IIT Kanpur, and I'm a member of admission committee, and I have an interest in analytics domain. So now moving ahead in this discussion, I'll talk about the eligibility criteria for the MBA program. So as it is known that MBA program at IIT Kanpur produces techno managers, therefore in general we are looking for applicants who have a technical background with mathematics in their 12th and graduation, who want to develop business and managerial abilities in any desired domain. It can be analytics, marketing, IT consulting, finance, or operations. So every field has got an opportunity here. And although the overall degree is going to be a general management degree, but if you are free to select any elective from any field that interests you. The aggregate percentage has to be 60% for general EWS and OBC category and 50% for SC and ST category. There are no sectional cutoffs, and the cutoff percentile for I've already discussed, it's 80 percentile for EWS general and OBC category and 55 percentile for SC and ST category. And still, if there is some doubt or there is some issue related to the eligibility criteria, you can always mail on our official email ID, that is mba_adm@iitk.ac.in. Now, Aishi, I would like you to elaborate something about the selection criteria and the weightages.
Sure, Harsh. First of all, I'll recite the criteria weightage for each of the categories. So your CAT scores would contribute to 20% of your composite score. Your academic background would also constitute of 20% of the entire composite score. Then your work experience would matter 10%. Then your group discussion would be of 20%, and personal interview would be of 30%. So the key thing here is to note that it's a very profile based selection. So the playing field is very level for everyone. If you are apprehensive that maybe your CAT score is not on the higher end, or maybe your academic scores are not on the higher end, you can still buck up, and because you have 50% of it is still in your hands in form of group discussion and personal interviews. So I'll suggest everyone who clears the cutoff of 80% in case of OBC general and EWS, and 55% in case of SCST. I just all of them, they should apply here, and 50% is still in your hand. And even if you have any weaker section or low work experience, you still have a really good chance to perform well and convert the call.
Yeah, thank you, Ayushi. Vani, would you like to throw some light on the admission process and the important dates?
Sure, Harsh. So the online applications, which is available on the website, for that the window is open till the 10th of February. So there are only 3 days. Then, based on the eligibility criteria, we would release the calls for GDPI by mid of February. And then afterwards, the next step is GDPI, and it will be held in Noida, Sector 62, which is the at the IIT Kanpur's outreach center. The interview rounds after that will be conducted from 16th to 19th March, and it will take only a single day to complete both GD and PI round. The final list will be released by May of first week. The date will be announced later.
Thank you, Vani. And moving ahead, placements are one of the most talked topic for the aspirants. So Abhishek, would you like to throw some light on the placement and the figures?
Yeah, sure. So talking about this year's placement, our average placement was around 18.14, and which also saw a growth of 9.22% from the previous year. Our highest was around 24 LPA, and the median of the batch stood around 17.25. So we had companies like McKinsey and Company, Citibank, HDFC, major consulting companies like PwC and Deloitte USI visiting our campus and offering roles in with diversity. Like we had roles of product marketing managers offered to our students, analytics consultant, senior business analyst. So these were the roles which had a huge variety in terms of the job roles that the company offered to our students. So we had a great placement season this year.
Yeah, thank you, Abhishek. So now we can see that we have got a lot of queries in the chat here. So I'll take them one by one. So Srinivasan is asking what will be the batch size for 2023 and 25. So Srinivasan, for the batch size is we have full the seat capacity of MBA IIT Kanpur is 97 seats. So we are planning to fill all the seats here this year. The next question is from Anurag Amrit. What are the specializations available at IIT Kanpur MBA program? Vani, would you
I'll
like to
take that up. I'll take that up. So there are different specializations available here at IIT Kanpur. You have marketing, you have finance, you have subjects on HR, you have subjects on economics, and you have analytics subjects as well. So there are a varied number of subjects available, such as marketing research, and you have derivative contracts, socio-political subjects, etc.
Yes. Now the next query is from Zeal. If I did diploma and then degree, will it be okay? Well, I would like to take that up. Zeal, it is absolutely okay if you have a degree of 4 years and you have a technical background, even if you have done diploma. And still, if you have any doubt related to the eligibility, you can write a mail on MBA_EDM, and our team will check and revert about the eligibility there. Now moving on to the next query. Can you tell about the minimum percentile of last year students who got converted? Ayushi, would you like to take that up?
Right. So, we cannot disclose the minimum percentile of the last year candidates, but I'll just like to tell you that if you clear, because this year's process is very different from the last year's process. So I'll just urge you, if you clear the, cutoff percentile that is required for your category, you should apply for it, because 50% of it is still in your hands. And if you have a good working experience, if you have good academic scores, then there's a really a good chance for you to convert.
Yeah, rightly said. Moving on to the next query. Adityan is asking, I have a 96 percentile in CAT and I graduated from VIT University in 2022 and have a 7-month work experience. Do I have a chance of making it into the college? So Vani, would you like to take that up? Since
Yeah,
it's from VIT.
I'll take that up. I have a similar profile. I had the same exact same percentile, and I have a 7 months work experience. So yes, there's a very good chance of converting IIT Kanpur, and I would urge you to apply for it and join.
Yeah, thank you, Vani. We have a query from Sankalp. I have seen in placement report and heard as well that IIT Kanpur is good only in analytics. They get major placements in analytics sector. I want to make a career in marketing. What is the scene? So yeah, it's a common myth, I would say. But Abhishek, I think you can say about this better.
Yeah, sure. So I think because of the brand IIT, the term analytics is closely associated with us. But let me reassure you, we have varieties of companies offering diversity of roles. So it is not like if a student wants to make his career in marketing, we have companies who offer marketing roles here. So my message to the aspirants will be to just focus on the next phase of the process and don't think about these things, because we have diversity in roles and you can make whatever you want to be, you can make a career in whichever field you want after joining here. So that will be my message to the aspirants.
That's very rightly said by Abhishek. And adding on to that fact, apart from placement, if we also talk about academia, I think Harsh and Abhishek, you both would agree that our marketing classes are the most interactive ones here.
Indeed.
So they definitely, there's definitely, a lot of rigorous assignments, a lot of case study presentations, and different kind of short-term projects that give you that kind of live exposure that you need to, be successful in the marketing domain. And we have world-class faculty over here who are very eager to answer all your questions, and they are always on their toes to help students. So I'd say it's really, if you're a marketing enthusiast, IITK is a really great place for you as well.
Yeah, rightly said by Rishi. And there's a similar query related to the placements, that what kind of job roles are offered during the placements?
Sure. So as I have already mentioned, the job roles include be it program manager, product marketing manager, roles of business development manager, uh, consultant, associate, business analyst. So these were the major roles that were offered to our students.
Yes, so we have opportunities for all the domains. It's not like we are just focused on analytics or one domain. We have got opportunities in all the domains. Okay, there's a query from Sankalp. Do teams from IIT Kanpur participate in case competition? I mean, how active are clubs in IIT Kanpur MBA? So I would like to take that up. Uh, our students take part in various case study competitions, and not, we don't only take part, but we have also won many case study competitions. So it's and we have many active clubs here. So we have here also, you can see the panel are from different clubs and different committees. So recently our team won a case study competition at IIT Madras, which was related to consulting. Then we have won case study competition from Oxane. And in the past, we have also won a case study competition recently at IIM Bodh Gaya. So yeah, we do take part in case study competitions, and we have performed there very good.
And in fact, two of the winners are sitting here in this panel. For the ICIC Beat the Curve competition, Vani was the one who won, and for the recent one, Harsh, you won that, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ayushi. Adding to Harsh's point, apart from the MBA curriculums, committees, and clubs, you can also be a part of the IIT, Pan IIT level clubs. You have Bicycling Club, you have Adventure Club, you have the Consulting Club, you have the Finalytics Club, etc. So there is a vast opportunity available here. And that's all I would like to say.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next query. So Lakshya is asking, does IME IIT Kanpur have AACSB accreditation? Uh, Vani, would you like to take that up?
I am not sure about it.
Okay, we'll check and let you know later. Okay. Uh, Srinivasan has a query. How is the hostel facility for the MBA batch?
The hostel facilities are pretty good. You get to share rooms with people of other streams, and you get that exposure. In the hostels, the mess are pretty good. You get a really good variety of food over here, and the menu keeps changing each month. You also have the access to reading rooms and study halls that are open 24/7. And if by some chance you miss your dinner or your lunch, you also have the access to your canteen, which operates from 2 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning. So I would say it's the experience of the living in hostel is pretty wholesome. And if anyone would like to add up something.
Also in hostels, you have different courts such as volleyball court and basketball court. Also adding to that, you have gymnasiums if you are interested in gymming. Then you have game rooms, etc.
Yeah, rightly said. And the hostel facilities here are amazing. And particularly if you are a sport enthusiast, you have facilities for all the sports. You just name it. We have badminton, we have squash, and campus is so big and a lot of things are happening all the time. So the campus life is quite good here. Okay, moving on to the next query. Any special tips to improve our chances to convert the call? I
Right,
think we
I'll
all
take
can
that
answer
up.
it. Yeah.
Sure. Hershey, want to go ahead first?
No, you begin.
Yeah, I just want to say, since 50% of is in entirely your hands, the GD and PI. So I'd say give a lot of mock GDs and mock PIs. Be very well aware of the current situation, current affairs of the world as well as India that is happening, because that could be asked in your PI and in your GDs. You should also be aware of the facts about the place you belong from, of your state, because that's a very commonly asked question in the interviews. And apart from that, I'd say whatever you say in your GD and BI, make sure that everything adds value to your candidature. So make sure that it's whatever you say over there, it's well researched, it's well formed, and it's powerful, and it leaves that desired impact on the panel that is interviewing you.
Yeah, and adding to what Ayushi has said, I would also like to encourage students to know more about themselves, the company they are working in, their competitors, their revenue, the name of their CEO. So every fact that is related to them can be asked in an interview. So know the current business scenario, what is happening in and around the world. Read the budget, because you may have questions around the budget, economic budget that was presented recently. So yeah, focusing on these things and having a very clear thought of mind during the interview will help you ace it and get a final convert from IIT Kanpur.
Yes, and I would like to add to it that many a times what happens is the candidates they have done many a things, but the things are not organized in a proper way. So I would just say that introspect, do your personal strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis, and keep the things organized. What all you have done. The interview is going to be revolving around you only, and even if it's going to be technical, it will be related to your field only. So prepare accordingly. and there should not be any issue. Now moving ahead, so there's a query from Rahul. I am a South Indian and it takes 45 hours travel to IIT campus. So I think Vani, you can uh, take that up.
I'll take that up.
Yeah.
So I also come from South India. I come from Hyderabad, and it takes a lot of time to reach IIT Kanpur. But once you come here, it's a like you'll forget all your what do you say, like tiredness from travel. So yeah, when once you come to the campus, you have great food, you have your friends, you have the campus to enjoy, and the weather here is like it's good right now. So yes, it I would encourage you to join.
And
How is it?
also the fact that the student body is very diverse here. The entire campus is like, a smaller microcosm of our nation. And the student body is very diverse. They represent different regions, culture and background. So you won't feel left out over here. You'll find your community here. And we just encourage everyone to learn from each other. So definitely you'll find your people over here. So you won't feel that sort of alienation that you are very far away from your home, because you will find your people over here and your culture over here.
Yeah, the diversity is here, and even in within this panel, we can see that the four members are from four different corners of the country. So we have north, south, west, east, everything covered here.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Now moving ahead. So there's one query: is IIT Kanpur safe for the girls?
I would say definitely it's safe for girls. There is tight security here. There's security everywhere, and there are so many events happening here round the clock. So if you like, you can go out at any time of the day in within the campus. Also, everything is available in the campus, so you don't have to go out. So that's a great thing. And I would say that if anything happens, you can simply just make a call, and ambulance will be right away, the guards will be right away with you.
Definitely. And I can definitely vouch on what Vani said, because she has been here for longer than I have been. And I cannot think of any other place apart from IIT Kanpur campus where I can enjoy, bike rides, cycle rides after midnight. So we definitely have that sort of experience here. The campus is very lively, and it gets even livelier after midnight. So if you're a night owl like us, you'll definitely enjoy over here. And I haven't ever had any concern of safety over here. And the campus is very safe for girls, and you'll definitely enjoy over here.
Yeah, rightly said. Um, Moving on to the next query, Zeal. If I did diploma and then degree, will it be okay? Because I'll be having 3 years of graduation and 3 years of diploma. See, I think 3 years of the minimum requirement for the graduation duration is 4 years. But still, if you think you have some doubt, then you can mail on the MBA ADM email, and we'll revert to your query there, because I think we may have to see and check and revert. So I think that answers for Zeal. And moving on to the next query, when will the shortlist be released for the PI? Adityan is asking. So Ayushi, in the initial part only, Ayushi covered the important dates. Maybe you can repeat for Adityan.
I'll
Sorry,
repeat it.
Vani. Yeah.
I'll repeat it. So the deadline will close on 10th of February, and the dates for GDPI will be released by mid of February. And the interview and the GDPI dates will be on 16th to 19th March. The shortlist will be released by mid of February.
So Rishabh is asking, how does having a work experience of more than 36 months affect the selection?
So according to the weightage of your composite score, 10% is for your, work experience. So it will matter in that. But apart from that, your CAT score, your personal interview and GD, you'll have to work on that. So if you have 36 months of experience, you definitely have some edge over the others. But still, a lot of it is, depending on your profile and your skills and your competence.
Yeah, indeed. Abhishek, I think you can add to this as you have got a good work experience.
Yeah, so but I think that if someone is having a large number of they have more things to talk in the interview. They have their experience to share. They probably would have managed someone under them for a considerable amount of time. So that also gives an edge to them. So I don't think that he need to worry about the large portion of the work ex being a negative to bringing something negative to his profile. I think it will help him during the interviews so that he can always share his work experience in a very positive way and that he has leadership credentials. So I don't think he need to worry a bit. He just need to focus on what he has done in his work experience, and he need to recollect all his memories about how he has managed his workforce there, and how the skills he has gained during that period. So I think these things he need to focus on. Rest, I think it will be a cakewalk for him if he prepares well during the interview.
Yeah. Thank you, Abhishek. So moving on to the next query. So will gap year after graduation affect the chances of final convert very much?
Uh,
No, the gap year would not affect the chances of conversion, but you will have to justify this in your interview by saying, by explaining them how you have gained the skills, how you have put your efforts into different other activities.
Yeah, and adding to what Vani said, we have students in the current batch also who have gap years. So it's not like you can't you have low chances of conversion. You can easily you can easily convert the call. Okay, moving on to the next query. Debanjan is asking, hi, is there any other interview location other than IIT Kanpur campus Noida? Because I am from Bangalore. See, this year we are going offline, so we are conducting the interview only at the Noida center. Noida has got a great connectivity, so you have trains, you have flights easily available from the Delhi to any place in the country. So no, as of now, we are conducting the GDPI only in Noida. And Mohammed has this question: how far the interview can go into the grad core subjects?
it depends upon the student also, like how he's able to steer the interviewer. Uh, if you are focusing more on your work experience, if someone is fresher, I believe that a larger portion of their interview will be focused on their undergrad subject. But if someone has considerable work experience, I believe he can talk more about his work experience, and the professors and the individuals taking the interview will also be focusing more on their work experience part rather than the undergraduate part. Having said that, I believe everyone should have a basic understanding of their undergraduate subjects while preparing for their interviews.
Also, adding to Abhishek's point, have a few subjects, like 2 to 3 subjects, as your favorite subjects, because they might ask you in the interview what are your favorite subjects, because it's not possible for the professor to ask you the entire length and breadth of your course. So they might ask you, and maybe show your interest that I hold a keen interest in these 2 3 subjects, so that you can steer your interview in that direction.
Definitely. And one other point that I would like to mention is do not falsify anything. If someone asks you any question regarding your subject or your work ex, so do not exaggerate anything or do not try to falsify anything, because the panel would get to know, and that will definitely backfire on you. So be honest with your answers. And if you do not know anything, just tell them honestly that I am not aware of that or I cannot recall that. And they'll definitely ask you a different question, because all an interviewer wants to know is something that you already have learned or you already know. So don't falsify and be honest.
Yeah, rightly said. Moving on to the next query, Bansi is asking, online interview or campus? So we have mentioned it earlier also. This year we are going to have a offline interview at Noida at our IIT Kanpur's outreach center. So I hope that answers your question. There is one more query. How are PI planned, and is it life cycle typical MBA interview with tell me about yourself questions, or being an AIT interview are more technical side or are more on a technical side from an engineering point of view?
I think Abhishek already explained that pretty well. That it also depends on your own candidature. If you are a fresher, then definitely you can expect more questions about your graduation or the technical stuff. And if you have a work experience, then you can expect more question about the work ex, and also how you steer the interview. And interviews are definitely mostly unpredictable, so you should be ready with everything. And definitely there are some questions that are typical question, that why MBA program, and what value do you add to our institute, and why are you choosing our institute, and why MBA, and questions about your state, question about current affairs. So you can expect all those your those questions, those which are very predictive questions, but it can also go in any unpredictable way. So make sure you prepare a lot, and make sure you give a lot of mock interviews and mock GDs.
Yeah, rightly said. Moving on to the next query. So by choosing IIT, aren't we missing out on the B school life?
I would like to answer this. Absolutely not. We can see that we are not missing out on the B school life. I would say that we get the B school life and the IIT life, both of them. So we get to take classes with the MTech and PhD students as well. So that's there. Then we do a lot of case study based classroom sessions. We do brainstorming sessions. There are different committees like the B schools, like other B schools have. It is fun and exciting here, and I would say the IIT brand adds more to it, where you can like have a mixed life of your BTech and your business school both.
Definitely, just as Vani said, the entire ethos of IITK is built around this, key factor that to survive in this competitive world, you have to have some certain sort of technical expertise, and you should know how to couple that with, right business acumen. So this is what IITK strives to, achieve. So this is definitely the right place, and you are definitely not missing out on any experience. Rather, I'd say that it's the experience over here is far more better than the other business schools.
Yeah. Now moving on to the next question. So I heard IIT provides a good alum network. How exactly it will benefit us?
Ayushi, would you take that up?
Sure. So we definitely have a very prominent, alum network. And personally, me and Vani, we are from the Alumni and Corporate Relations Committee. So we know how well the proliferation of that is. So definitely, having a good alum network helps a lot, because you get a lot of exposure, and you get, live projects that your, alum network helps you with. We also have alumni meets, and we can get, campus hiring opportunities from that. And most of the alums, they share some sort of senior position in a lot of renowned MNCs. So we get benefited with that connections, and they give us the opportunity for live projects, so we get that sort of hands-on experience. And when you belong to the IIT Kanpur family, you can connect not only with the MBA alum network, but also with the, the other branches over here from other department as well. And that is the most valuable thing, that IIT Kanpur has 60 years worth of legacy, and you can connect with the alums of any department. And if you like to widen your horizons and venture into different careers, you can definitely take the help, and from because they belong to so many diverse fields.
Yes. So moving ahead, we have a query from Gaurav. What is the occupancy of hostel room?
Like occupancy, like you will in the first year, you will probably get you have to share your room with another person, so there will be double seater room. And in moving on to the second year, you will be provided a single room for you. So yeah, that is the room occupancy.
Yeah. Moving on to the next query. Anurag is asking of the topic question, is it possible to connect to the current MBA students for the guidance? Well, yeah, anytime you can connect with any of us and we'll be more than happy to help you with any query you have. Rakshana Magesh is asking, tell us more about the hostel MBA hostels. So as we have already discussed about the hostels, there are no separate hostels for MBA as such, but we it's common hostel for all everyone, and the hostels are great here. And I wish you would like to add to it.
Definitely, they have a lot of facilities, and I'd say after doing the graduation, the hostels over here are not like a very typical hostel, because the infrastructure is very different. They are very open. There's a lot of open grounds, and the best thing about here in the campus that you'd all love is there's no in and out time for not for girls, not for boys. So you don't have that headache that I have to put my entry in the register every time every time I'm going out of the hostel. And you can roam around the campus in the midnight or any time of the day. It's very lively 24/7. So that's a very plus point. Apart, and we already talked about a lot of facilities, like we have the health center here, we have the computer center over here, counseling center also. And inside the hostel we have different sports fields and reading rooms and cyber cafes. So definitely very enriching experience and very wholesome experience.
Okay. So we'll take one last query here. As you said, it's majority a profile-based selection. So if anyone is from any NIT or top engineering school of India, will there be an edge in the selection?
I don't think that it was mentioned in the weightage criteria that your college holds a certain weight, but I think that if you are able to convince the panel taking your interview, your pedigree, and like you have what it takes to be an IT student, I think that's what matter the most, your preparation rather than what brand you have in your CV right now. So focus more on the preparation part, and these things will take care of themselves. So yeah.
Also, adding to Abhishek's point, like in the batch, we have students from various colleges. There are people from IIT, there are people from NITs, there are people from local colleges as well. So I don't think that holds a weightage. It won't give an edge.
It's all about your experiences and how you justify your candidature. So make sure you know about yourself very well, and make sure you know about you know everything that's going to be asked, and you be prepared about everything that could be asked in the GT or PIs.
Yeah, rightly said. So I think we are good to wrap up now. It was a very informative session, and I hope it will help the aspirants get more clarity about the admission process. And I would like to thank our panel for taking out their valuable time. And I would also like to thank Expert Edge for their contribution to the community of MBA aspirants. MBA IIT Kanpur wishes all the best to all the aspirants, and I hope to see you all soon on the campus. And with this, I would like to formally conclude the session. And in case if there is some doubt still left, you can always contact us on LinkedIn, or you can send a mail to the admission committee at mba_adm@iitkanpur.k.ac.in. So yeah, thank you and
All the
all the very
best,
best.
guys.
All the
All the
best,
best, guys.
everyone.
Yeah, all the best, everyone.